Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will honor both fighters with their respective national anthems. First the USA, and then Denmark. And here are special guests to sing both anthems. Please welcome Mr. Bo Christian Jensen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. As Team Sauerland is proud to present, in association with Energy Denmark, the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant, prestigious WBC Silver Light Heavyweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Danish Boxing Federation, President Mikkel Hansen. World Boxing Council Supervisor in attendance from the United States, Juan Sanchez. The three judges at ringside scoring this bout on the 10-point system from Canada, William Boudhou. From England, Victor Laughlin. And from Belgium, Daniel Vandeville. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee Ian John Lewis from England. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, from Copenhagen, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, wearing red with white, official weight 77.9 kilograms. This United States National Gold Glove champion now has a record of 31 victories as a professional, including 21 knockouts and only 3 defeats. He is the fighting pride of Tulsa, Oklahoma, USA, Allan Sweetness Reed. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with red, officially weighing 76.7 kilograms. As a professional, 44 victories, including 33 knockouts with only 2 defeats. From Copenhagen, Denmark, presenting the 3-time super middleweight champion of the world, the Viking warrior, Mikkel. Kessler.
Boxers, I suppose you both in the dressing room, and by my command at all times. Both know the rules, wash your heads, get them punches up. Now shout Blake and Blake clean. And remember, to defend yourself at all times, shake hands.
And so it begins. Hostile atmosphere, pro Kessler. How much does he have left? Will it matter? Is Allan Green up to the job? Those are the questions at the start of this one, as Kessler forays into light heavyweight territory, Barry, for the first time.
Yeah, I think Kessler is obviously a massive favourite, but it's a genuine fight. Green has tremendous power in either hand, so Kessler has to be at his very best tonight. Possibly as well, they're both boxing at light heavyweight, and Kessler was a big super middleweight, but so is Green. So it'll be interesting to see who's moved up the weights and who feels more comfortable at light heavyweights. And but we expect Kessler to win, but with Green's power, you never know. So it's going to be an interesting night.
Allan Green can punch, no doubt about that. 21 stoppages and 31 victories. He started off life as a light heavyweight. He won his first 15 in this division before venturing down to super middle because of opportunities, including, of course, that late substitute appearance in the Super 6. He stopped 11 of those first 15 opponents at light heavy. He said he was killing himself as super middleweight, and already he looks pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, he just caught Kessler with a nice sharp right hand, you know, so it's showing that he can be dangerous with either hand. But Kessler's slightly they're just feeling each other out, but Kessler's having a little bit more success with that nice solid jab at the moment.
Such a good boxer, Kessler. He fought on even terms with Calzaghe for several rounds, didn't he, before Calzaghe's class and footwork, speed and movement eventually proved the undoing of the Great Dane. But he's such a classy boxer. Just wonder, as he's got older and the wear and tear, Barry, if he just stays in the pocket a bit too much.
Yeah, that's a problem. Look, he can be roughed up, can't he? As Andre Ward showed, you know, if you get into him, you know, you shoot the heads and all that sort of stuff, he can be ruffled. But against Calzaghe, he boxed the perfect fight to beat Joe Calzaghe. Joe was just superb that night. He just went an extra level to superstardom.
Massive right hand. Kessler's in trouble, and already he's tumbled over. Worrying moments for the Great Dane. He smiles. I think there was a tangling of feet. He's given him a counting, John Lewis. Kessler seems okay now, but he was on unsteady legs. It was a massive right hand, and that had followed up a chopping shot to the body, and the power of Green is already in evidence. We could be in for a shock here.
Well, we spoke about the power of Green, didn't we, Alex? And that's exactly what he did. He showed it with a nice sharp right hand, and Kessler's going to have to keep all his senses around him now just to get through this round.
Oh, that left glove is so low from Kessler. He's open for the right hand, and I think he's still shaken. Looks across to his corner. Mikkel Kessler tries to soft shoe shuffle to inject some energy, and a big left and right from Kessler. What a start in parking.
What a great start to the fight there, John. Unbelievable stuff.
Oh. Well, he frowns, Kessler. He needs some cold ice and water on that body, as if to say, what hit me there? That's what hit him. A right hand, and he did a dance and a jiggle And although it was a somewhat untidy collapse, there was a body shot that sent him on his way.
Yeah, it was a right pinpoint right hand over the top, wasn't it? You know what I mean? It was a really good shot. And he was on his way down anyway. Green just helped him down with a little push come punch. It was a really good right hand, and warning signs there for Kessler, as you said yourself, to keep that left hand up. And he knows he's in a fight tonight, Alex.
He does. I tell you, there were signs through the first minute that Green looked comfortable, didn't he? He was happy trading jabs, and he was certainly content to let fly with the right hand, and that looks the danger punch already from Kessler, who looks easy to hit and is fighting well within Green's range too.
Well, Green have said all week, hasn't he? No, I've come here to take him apart. I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to get him out of here. He won't be able to take my power. And he's been true to his word so far.
I'm not sure Kessler's quite recovered from that. He looks a little slow on his feet here. The boys mentioned it in the studio. He's only had one fight in 2 years, Kessler. Injury, a broken finger in the build-up to that supposed challenge to Stieglitz. Of course, the eye worries after the fallout from the Ward defeat as well. We wondered at the start how much he had left. Well, Allan Green is asking those questions of the Dane.
Yeah, well, he's had some hard fights, hasn't he? Some real, zapping fights. The Calzaghe fight, even the Frotz fight that he won, that's a real absorbing fight. And also the Ward fight, again, he's boxed some quality. And sometimes you can't stay at that level forever, but he is still a quality fighter, and Green can be hurt also, so Kessler always has a chance to get back into this fight. Yeah,
the trading jabs are up and close, aren't they? But Green looks so relaxed. I mean, coming into this one, you genuinely worried or wondered whether Green was up to sort of elite class, top world class. Every time he's gone into that area, the 3 defeats he's been found out. Andre Ward won every second of every round. Glenn Johnson stopped him, and Edison Miranda in an up and down fight as well back in 2007. Green said there was excuses in all of those, weight drained at super middleweight. Well, who knows, he might be right,
But you always felt that Kessler had the edge in everything, didn't you? The power was about Green slightly power, more equal the power. As Kessler showed there with a nice left hook, that he has power in either hand also.
Bit faster now, Kessler. I think he's got his spring back. And they are trading heavy jabs, and Kessler is open to the counter as well as that right hand. The left glove is up now, worryingly low in that first round as we head into the final minute here of a breathless start in Copenhagen. Now he looks a bit sharper now, Kessler, doesn't he? Worrying sort of sluggishness at the start of the second as he was, I think, trying to shake the effects of that knockdown.
Yeah, as you said yourself, Alex, he's brought that left hand up nice and high now, and he's working and controlling the fight behind his jab.
Oh, big left hand from Kessler, and now he's got Allan Green in trouble with 20 seconds to go in the second, and Green covering up. What a fight we've got on our hands here. Both fighters know they've got the power to unnerve the opponent. Kessler's been looking for that swinging left hook, and suddenly it's Allan Green with a dazed, wearied look on his face as he heads back, trudges back to his corner.
Yeah, Kessler needed that, didn't he, in this round, after having such a terrible start to the fight, but he's come back into it, controlled the fight with his jab, and wobbled Green. We felt going into this fight that Kessler had the better chin than Green, was boxing better quality of opponents, and it was only slightly less in the power category, but he went down first, but he's hurt Green again now, so it's it really is an open fight.
Jimmy Montoya now in the Kessler corner. He took over from Richard Olsen after the Andre Ward defeat. There's that big hook, and again one of those punches, we've seen it a few times, sort of clips on the top of the head. It's such a disorientating shot, that.
It's a long wide hook, isn't it? You don't expect it from that distance. He almost jumps into it, Alex.
Travelled a long way. I thought it caught him on the top of the head. It might have just whisked against his chin or his nose, and well, it's one apiece in a sense. The knockdown gives Green the advantage, but I tell you what, the evidence of this, Barry, this ain't going 12 rounds.
It's a cracking fight. It's everything we expect, isn't it, from two quality opponents.
Lovely jab, then a short right to the body from Kessler. who I think's finding his range now. I think he's got his mojo back now, the Dane.
He just steals your space, doesn't he, Kessler, with his front foot. He's very good at it, keeps you under pressure all the time. Always keeps you on the back foot.
And he's letting go now with Kessler. He often sets things up with the jabs, but there was nothing to follow it early on. Hence he was open to the counter, but he's following it up now, Kessler. I think he's just unnerving Allan Green.
Yes, you're right. He still has to be careful of that right-hand counter when he throws that looping left hook. If he misses, he's in trouble. If he lands, Green's in trouble, and that's what makes his fight so exciting.
There Kessler goes with the big left hook again. The left hook lead is travelling a long way, that. Can't quite find his mark, and he's forcing Green to back off, and he's winning the battle of the jabs. I think he's finding confidence, Kessler.
Yeah, he had a good round. He was having a good first round, to be fair, Alex. He just got caught with a good shot.
Oh, big left hook again, and Green's in all sorts of bother here. Kessler looking for the finish. There's a long way to go. Minute and a half of the third. Crowd on their feet here in Copenhagen.
And he jumped on him, didn't he? As soon as he heard him, he knew, and he jumped right on him, Alex.
Good left to the right to the body, swinging for the rafters. He knows he's got his man on the hook now, Kessler. Can he finish off Allan Green? Big right to the solar plexus. Again, he's looking for that money punch, the left hook, which narrowly misses again, Kessler. Massive blemish on the right cheek of Allan Green. Oh, Kessler now.
Lovely work there, beautiful combination.
Different fighter now from the first round and a half. He looks sharper. He's beating Allan Green to the punch. The combinations are thrown as well. This is much more like the Kessler we know.
Yeah, he's looking good and he's really controlling the fight. He still has to be careful though. If anything Green's got is a punch.
And the Kessler hands coming down as they trade jabs, and a couple of those Allan Green jabs in return, rocking back the head of Kessler. He's dangerous, Green, there's no doubt about that. And just when you think the story's written and the script is going to follow a certain storyline, pops another cameo.
But as Frotcher Kazagi found out that Kessler is tough, and you can see in Green's face he doesn't fancy as much as he did in the first round.
Grappling and grasping up close as well, Allan Green, who rode those worrying moments. He looked in all sorts of bother a minute and a half from the end of that third round. And, well, whether the scorecards matter or not, I suspect that Kessler's levelled it up.
Yeah, that was a very, very good round for him. A very dominant round. Controlled it with his jab. Put Green under lots of pressure, and that's I think that's his secret to his success, Alex, is to keep Green on the back foot so he can't plant his feet, so he can't get any power shots on you. And he puts a lot of pressure. He does it very well, Kessler, with puts pressure with his feet, not always with his punches. He cuts the ring off well, and that front foot really pushes him onto the ropes. And then when he did let his hands go, well, how impressive was it? He was phenomenal.
There's that massive left hook again. Forced Allan Green to blink and then retreat. There was some body work that went into uppercuts, combinations from Kessler, who's finding his feet in this fight, but still worrying moments when he's caught by Allan Green up close. Read on, what next?
Well, it was the variety, wasn't it, in his work, when he had him when he caught him and hurt him. And I think when Green blinked, I think that was the wealth under his eye coming up, I think.
Massive left hook! I don't think he's going to get up. Ian John Lewis counts him out already, and Kessler, with a one-punch finish in the fourth, is back on top. Wild celebrations from Kessler and the Copenhagen crowd. Worrying moments for Allan Green, who's still down. Ian John Lewis taking every precaution as the Dane celebrates, and so does this crowd. Go wild in Copenhagen. Well, let's hope that Allan Green is okay. There was a big left hook in the third that sent him staggering backwards, and a massive one-punch left hook finish to end it all.
Well, what a shot, Alex. He'd had success with it earlier in the fight, hadn't he? And he knew exactly when he'd come out that, literally come out the corner and went crack. What a shot that was. And he was out before he hit the floor, which is always a worrying sign. But I think his eyes are open and he's breathing okay. Well, he looks like he's sat up now, doesn't he? So thank God for that. But what a shot. What a shot.
What a fight. for as long as it lasted, it had you twisting one way and t'other on the edge of your seat. The crowd, well, they're not even sitting in theirs. And Ian John Lewis, a fair play, he's been criticised for 1 or 2 stoppages in recent months. Bang on the money there, he wasted not a second.
Yeah, great referee. He didn't even take him account that he knew he wasn't getting up. He's seen him, he fell backwards with his head, you know, slouched, and he was out before he hit the floor.
Well, first fight in the light heavyweight division, and that bicep on the left arm is what did it, folks. You need a chance to see it in slow-mo again. Wow. No getting up, no coming back from that.
He really turned his body to that shot, didn't he? Perfect left hook. Oh, cracking shot. He's out before he... That reminded me of Hell Graham versus Julian Jackson. It was that sort of shot, wasn't it?
Good shout. And the crowd in Parkin, seeing those replays as you saw them too, and now this generous applause. There was oohs and ahs as those replays were shown. Now there's a generous applause for Allan Green, who's back on his feet. They're unsteady legs in truth, but well, they might be after a thunderous left hook. And you've got to say, Barry, that punch was in the post.
Yeah, he'd thrown it a few times. You know, he had a bit of success with it in the earlier rounds, and he was just getting more and more accurate with it throughout the fight, wasn't he? And you know, and he knew, you could sense he knew what he was going to do when he came out in that 4th round, and he executed the plan perfectly, didn't he?
Well, a chance to see it again. He may have travelled a long way. It flicked fast and violently on the chin of Allan Green, who was stopped for only the 2nd time in his career. And what a punch to do just that. There was menace from Green throughout. There were rocky, worrying moments from Mikkel Kessler. There'll be people, fighters around Europe, perhaps domestically, back home as well. Nathan Cleverly, I think, was spoken of in dispatches in the build-up to this. There will be fighters who look at that tape and they'll say, there are vulnerabilities in Kessler. We might fancy a bit of it.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Alex. You know, you could see, but to me, he looked very good, except for that getting caught and put down. He controlled the fight, even though the fight was exciting throughout. He controlled the fight from start to finish, oblique that knockdown.
Well, Michael Buffer described Ian John Lewis as a veteran. I don't think he liked the sound of that. He described this silver WBC belt as prestigious. I certainly don't know about that. One thing I can tell you, this guy's always been the real deal. Where he goes next, nobody knows.
Well, I don't think the belt means too much, Alex, to be honest, but that's a hell of a statement to make in the light heavyweight division, isn't it? And you'd fancy him against any of the champions, wouldn't you, to be honest? Any of them.
Well, Chad Dawson, of course, kingpin, having lorded it over Bernard Hopkins in their rematch. You've got Tavoris Cloud, who's hovering around. Our very own Nathan Cleverly. You might have said Cleverly is probably a year away from some of those fighters, but needs must. And do you know what? I suspect a few people will be looking at this fight, maybe just with their eyes open and their ears pricked up.
Well, I met Kessler in Cardiff. A lovely, lovely man, by the way. He loves Cardiff, and I'm sure he'd love to come back and fight Cleverly where he fought Calzaghe in the Millennium Stadium, possibly. It'd be a great fight, and I'm sure he would sell out.
Well, bear in mind, Cal Sutherland and Frank Warren have a partnership of sorts, so let's just say there could be a promotional willpower there to grease the wheels. So watch on, folks. Who knows? Potentially. We talked about Cleverly belly earlier on tonight, didn't we? Well, never mind that. What about Kessler belly? Yeah, what about Kessler against young Nathan? Yeah, you'd pay to watch that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you're right, you would. But he's come back. He's come back, haven't he, after the year out, and just produced a phenomenal display. And we worried that he might have lost some skills or some pace, but he hasn't, has he? He's back to his very best.
Well, rocky start. Here's Michael Buffer with the announcement.
At 17 seconds of round number 4, the winner by knockout victory, and now the WBC silver belted light heavyweight world champion, the fighting pride of Copenhagen, the Viking warrior, Mikkel Kessler.
They love him in Denmark. He's got plenty of fans over in the UK as well. As old Mickey used to say, the trainer in Rocky. Old people love him, young people love him, we love him. And hopefully we'll get a chance to see Mikkel Kessler on Box Nation again sometime soon. What a fight, Barry.
Yeah, from start to finish, one of everything you'd want from a fight. Drama, skill, and then obviously a great finish by Kessler. But I'll tell you something, Alex, all the light heavyweight champions know they've got to be careful because Kessler's coming to get him.
There'll be a few who will welcome that challenge though, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that challenger to you on Box Nation. I'm sure Carl Froch, the old opponent, will be watching with interest as well. Well, a terrific fight, terrific fight.
Mikkel, tillykke med det.
Mange tak.
Mikkel Kessler telling the locals exactly how he did it. It was an up and down buckle, a barnstormer it was in parking. Hope you enjoyed.
Bevæger mig over til Allan Green. Not a very nice knockdown. How are you?
I'm fine. You know, I just fighting fights like this. You know, I got to stay closer to my natural weight. I can't keep doing this, man. You know.
I can see on your eyes that you still have a little problems. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I mean, I'm just swollen. I don't have a problem. I'm fine.
Can you tell us what happened, because you didn't see his left jab?
Really, I don't remember much. I remember getting hit with a left hook, I think it was. Yeah, I don't remember much. I know he hit me with a left hook. That's about it. But, you know, I got to stick to... What weight was this fight at? 72. Yeah, I just got to stick to my natural weight class, man. I can't, you know.
Of course, you're very disappointed now. What will you say to Mikkel, the man who defeated you tonight?
I just say, you know, he's a good fighter. You know what I mean? I came over here to his home turf. I fought him on his terms, you know, a little outside of my weight class. He won, he looked good, he caught me with a good shot, and that's that.
Okay, Allan Green, thank you for coming to Copenhagen. Nice meeting you.